Germany is a country located in Central Europe and is a member of the European Union. It is bordered by Denmark to the north, Poland and the Czech Republic to the east, Austria and Switzerland to the south, and France, Luxembourg, Belgium, and the Netherlands to the west. Germany is widely recognized to its industrial strength and its significant contribution to the global automotive industry. Germany is globally renowned for its precision, efficiency, and innovation in car manufacturing, home to brands like Volkswagen, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Audi, and Porsche. The country registers 10 automotive patents daily and invests heavily in research and development, supported by 89,000 R&D professionals, attracting global companies to its facilities. Key milestones include Benz's first car in 1885, Mercedes-Benz formation in 1926, BMW entry in 1928, Porsche first sports car in 1948, the rise of the Volkswagen Beetle in the 1950s, and Volkswagen and Audi reinvention in the 1970s.
From 1919 to 1923, Germany faced hyperinflation due to excessive money printing. Prices soared and savings became worthless. The Reichsmark was introduced in 1923 to stabilize the economy, but it caused anger and instability. Hyperinflation in Germany led to lost savings, strikes, and unrest. Businesses struggled, foreign investors lost confidence, and many blamed the Treaty of Versailles for the crisis. Hyperinflation weakened trust in the Weimar Republic, aiding the rise of extremist groups like Nazis and contributing to World War II.
Next, it is about type of inflation in Germany. It's divided by two, which is hyperinflation and hidden inflation. Hyperinflation happened in early 1920 when Germany experienced extreme hyperinflation, particularly from 1921 to 1923 due to heavy compensation from the Treaty of Versailles and unstable politics. The depreciation of the German mark and the doubling of price lead to widespread poverty and potentially political upheaval. Next is hidden inflation. Germany experienced hidden inflation during and after both World War, leading to strict price control and economic distortion. Essential goods shortage and lead to black market where it's higher prices than official rate. This inflation erode money values, dependent hardship, and spark public questioning of government policy. It burdened citizens during the crisis. Next, it is about hyperinflation in Germany and banknotes. The Weimar Republic was the German government from 1918 to 1933. The Weimar Republic created after World War I, when Germans struggled with several economic challenges due to the massive war repression from the Treaty of Versailles. To pay this debt, the government printed excessive amount of currency, leading to hyperinflation in the early 1920s. The value of the German mark plummeted, forcing workers to carry large amount of money to buy basic goods such as loaf of bread. By the November 1923, the exchange rate had soared to 4.2 trillion marks for $1, highlighting the economic chaos of the time. Next, it is about hyperinflation crisis in 1923. It's divided by two, which is hyperinflation loser and hyperinflation winner. Hyperinflation loser is people who suffer financial loss as prices rise and currency value falls. Hyperinflation is causing financial loss for fixed income individuals like student, pensioner and six individual. Their income remain constant, making it difficult to pay for daily necessities. Other than that, saving and lend money such as government bonds are significantly affected as their value become worthless. Next, it is about hyperinflation winner, which is some group that benefit from hyperinflation include borrower, farmer and workers who can adjust their wages to rising costs. Hyperinflation benefit borrowers, wages paying individual, and farmer by decreasing the value of money and making debt cheaper to repay. Borrowers can renegotiate wages to keep up with inflation, but their purchasing power may suffer in the long run. Meanwhile, farmer can sell their product at their prices, allowing them to maintain their income.
Hyperinflation in Germany in the early 1920s caused the German mark to become worthless, with basic goods like bread requiring barrels of money, making daily life nearly impossible. Hyperinflation disrupted business as companies struggle with pricing and investment become worthless. Hyperinflation wiped out savings and financial security, leaving middle class people, retirees and savers with nothing. Life savings that once bought a house were now influenced for basic needs. Distrust in government and banking system. This happened and the company crisis full strikes, protests and riots, with many Germans turning to extreme movement, which is Nazis, blaming the government and foreign powers. This instability helped pave the way for Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party, who promised to restore order and national pride.
Inflation means rising prices that reduce the value of money, making things more expensive over time. It can happen when demand for goods and services is higher than supply, when production costs increase, or when too much money is in circulation. While a little inflation shows the economy is growing, too much inflation can harm saving, investment, and stability. To control it, central bank may raise interest rates or reduce the money supply, and government might cut spendings or raise taxes to reduce demand. Boosting production and offering subsidies can also have lower costs, but temporary price control might cause shortage. Modern methods focus on keeping inflation at a stable level, using tools like wage adjustment and even digital currencies. Inflation also affects trading and currency values. Countries with higher inflation may struggle to sell goods abroad, while imports become more expensive, causing imported inflation. Managing expectation is crucial because people's fear of future inflation can make it worse. Inflation affects people differently and reduce the value of saving and fixed incomes, hurting retirees and low-income groups, but helps borrowers because their debts become cheaper in real terms. Policymakers aim to balance growth, stability, and fairness when tackling inflation. There are some policies to overcome the inflation in Germany. One of it is introduction of written mark. Backing the written mark was not backed by gold, but is backed by land and industrial assets such as real estate and factories. This gave the currency credibility because it was tied to tangible assets. Exchange rate: the written mark was pegged at fixed exchange rate to the old German mark, which is the paper mark, with one written mark being equivalent to 1 trillion paper mark. This was a drastic devaluation of all currency, which had lost almost all of its value by this time. Alright, we go to the second policies, which is foreign loans and investment. Foreign loan and investment were critical in Germany's recovery from the 1923 hyperinflation crisis, particularly through the Dawes Plan 1924, which restructured preparation and brought in significant US loans totaling around 800 million marks. This fund stabilized the currency, modernized infrastructure, and boosted industries like steel and chemicals. foreign companies also invest in joint ventures, bringing expertise and technology. While this measure spurred short-term economic growth and restored public confidence, they made Germany highly dependent on external financing, leaving the economy vulnerable to global shocks like the 1929 Wall Street. The third one is reorganization of the Reichsbank. The reorganization of the Reichsbank was essential for stabilizing Germany's economy after the 1923 hyperinflation crisis. Under Fazmie's leadership, the bank was made independent from political influence, restoring credibility to the financial system. Some introduced strict monetary policies focusing on limiting money printing and ensuring currency stability. This reorganization, along the Rettenmark and fiscal reforms, helped restore public trust and curb inflation.
Okay, next, I will explain about how to solve economic issues and problems. In the 1920s, Germany experienced severe inflation, especially in 1923. Prices rose so much that basic goods like bread became unaffordable and the German mark lost almost all its value. Today, rising inflation still creates problems for people, businesses and the government. To help, Germany can take some important steps. The first one is they can adjust taxes for inflation. Inflation can unfairly push people into higher tax brackets, reducing their income. By indexing taxes in inflation, taxpayers would not be penalized. The second one is tax real income. Currently, savings and investment are taxed on their full value, even though part of it is lost to inflation. Taxing on only the real, inflation-adjusted income can protect savings and encourage investment. Collect taxes faster. Delays in collecting taxes reduce their value. Introducing systems like pay as you earn can ensure the government gets money in real time. Other than that, help business invest. Inflation reduces the value of depreciation allowance, making investments less attractive. Adjusting this allowance to inflation can encourage businesses to grow. The last one is update value-added tax. Inflation pushes small businesses into paying value-added tax sooner, increasing their costs. By adjusting that, thresholds would reduce this burden. By following these steps, Germany can manage inflation better, create a fair tax system and support long-term economic stability.
For summary, hyperinflation in 1923 caused by World War I, reparation, excessive money printing and failing economy devalued the German mark, skyrocketed prices and wiped out the saving of millions, especially in the middle class. Socially, many Germans resorted to bartering, businesses collapsed, unemployment rose, and widespread protests and riots reflected to the public despair and loss of the government trust. Politically, the crisis undermined the Weimar Republic, creating a leadership vacuum that Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party exploited, gaining support and paving the way authoritarianism and World War II.